up, guys? Welcome back. Amazing RC. Your boy Brian. Well, this is my version of the D12. Got the old WPL D12, and guys, we decided to go and make it a track truck. And as you can see, it's a track truck. This happens to be my shooting brake track truck. Look that one up. If you don't know what it is, I thank Doug DeMiro for learning what a shooting brake was. When this is complete, it's going to have a cover here. I haven't made that yet. This is not yet attached. This is where we are, you know, in the build. But I promised you by this evening I would show you my concept of what we're going to do with the D12. As you can see, we've got our Fat Shark Scout. It's installed in the front here. And then we have our little GoPro session here. Now this will be mounted on the inside of this cab in the next video that you see featuring this car. For this video, I actually had this off and I had it mounted about right here. So when you see the laps again later on in the video, that's where this camera is mounted. So eventually, very soon, because it took a lot to get it to where we are now, which I'll go over in just a second with you. But this is going to be mounted here. Probably have to shave a little bit out of the wheel wells. Might even take the whole bottom half of the car out. But I am going to use this cab, period. It's still going to have the D12 cab on it here. But this will get mounted on the inside, so you get that really cool view that I shot before when the D12 still kind of looked like a D12. But this is the concept, guys. Whole shooting brake concept. You know, big in the back, small in the front. My antenna here for our Fat Shark, I'm going to make into like an air cleaner. That'll be kind of cool. I'm going to kind of hide our lens here a little bit, maybe put a little front end action, because you'll see here in the end of the run, I really start getting going out here in the living room and kitchen, and I did hit something hard enough in that last smack that you'll get here in a bit, and I popped, you know, one of my links here, but guys, when I'm done with this thing's going to be super, super cool. So I still have to get it, the whole attaching it here thing. But here's where I'm at now. Like I said, Fat Shark Scout, GoPro session. I did a carbon fiber, you know, kind of plate here. And I did that because I didn't have a lot of room in here. I knew what I was going to do. And I knew I wanted access to everything. I knew I wasn't going to want to dig into the cab every time. Because I'm going to do other cool stuff. We're going to paint this thing. We're going to do, I mean, this is nowhere near done. We have a running vehicle. Now we go from there. We got our carbon fiber little custom plate here. That gives us a place to, you know, mount everything. And it gives a place for the front of this cab to attach somehow. So the front will be attached here, then we've got our rear will just be flat. Now I'm going to do some really cool, now if you remember our 6-wheel drive truck that we did for Gary RC Trail Cats, remember the pipes that I did in the back? They were out of those really cool drinking straws. I don't have any right here, but they're like this really cool, they have that like that overheated metal exhaust kind of look, like rainbow look. So we're going to do a cool exhaust probably out of the back here or something. You know, I mean, this whole thing's going to be jazzed up. But as you can see, it will be very functional. Now, we've got our little ESC here. I'll leave links to these at the end of the video. I got our ESC here. This is Bango.com. I think I paid just under $10 for it. We've got our R6FG receiver and our RC6GS radio link transmitter. This allowed me to make this car do what you just saw it do. This allowed me, because these wheels are huge, and am I plugged in? I'll show you. And this is very important, because when I first put the car together, one of the issues that I had was when I turned the wheel all the way to the side, it would hit the chassis and stop rolling. So my RC6GS here allowed me to manipulate the turning endpoints, and it allowed me to speed up the stock servo, that's still the stock steering servo, allowed me to speed that up a bit to where I could get out there. At one point I was going around the Christmas tree, but I kept hitting it, and I wanted as many clean laps as I could get for the effect that you're about to get here in just a minute. But I think I hit like 10 or 12 laps. It's really cool. You have to count them. But I'm telling you, man, this opened up the potential for this vehicle. Now, I did swap out the ESC so that I could put my regular receiver in here. That allowed me to, you know, give power to our Fat Shark setup. So I did swap that out, but stock motor, stock steering servo running this vehicle. I've done nothing to the front end here because I don't think WPL has anything, you know, as far as aluminum parts or anything yet. I don't know. I'll have to check it out. But this thing really, aside from the very last time I smacked into something and I popped a link, which I've already popped back on, this thing did perfect. I really thought that I was going to have to soften up this suspension, and I actually figured out how. There's a set of screws in here. I think there's 3 on each you know, kind of steering mechanism, because it's a bar that goes through this entire thing here. It's kind of like a torsion bar. And there's you know, a screw on each end of it, and then one in the middle. If you take the middle screw completely out, it loosens up the bar and makes the front end squishy, but still pushes the car up to, you know, its regular level. It's a good way to soften up the suspension if you need it to do that. We may do something like that later on, because I'm going to get a couple of these D12s. Obviously, this one is not coming back to regular D12 when we're done with it. I mean, I'm going to have to really chop some stuff out, you know, to get this to work correctly. But, guys, I'm telling you what, man. Oh, and the wheels, obviously. I mean, it had these little guys on it. So we're going quite a bit faster with this motor just in wheel circumference alone. But I'm having a blast. I mean, this is a lot of fun, and for minus the you know, this was $250. That's what I paid for it, you know, a year ago. I'm not sure what they are now, but I mean, any little, you know, I mean, we're indoors. Any little FPV setup is going to get you going. But the truck itself, man, this thing is really great. I had an absolute blast out there. I'm going to leave you guys with a few more laps. We got a lot more coming with this. I've got another truck coming, SCX24. We've got our really killer C34 right here. And then, of course, our C24 we're going to put on that Gen 2 temper. Well, we got a lot going on, including our micro course downstairs, 2021. Amazing RC. It's your boy, Brian. We get you guys another really cool video very, very soon. I'm going to go hit a couple more laps.